Hey guys, it's me, Dep.NB. I haven't uploaded in forever. I feel like nobody's gonna watch this video, but here is a gameplay of me in the game I play now, War Thunder. This is gonna be a 5-kill game with a little special maneuver kill at the end. This is post-commentary. I'm gonna talk over the climb, talk about what's been going on in my life since I posted, like any of y'all care. I'm gonna say it anyways. So, I'm only 13, right? I would say life happened, but life didn't happen. I'm a kid. What happened was, I just felt like Fortnite, or YouTube in general, wasn't it, you know? I wasn't going anywhere with YouTube. I didn't want to go anywhere. I only post videos so I can show them to my friends. But here, War Thunder, I see something in this community. So I'm posting a video for all you War Thunder players out there. But I wanted to also make a podcast. This is going to be kind of like that podcast in this climbing section of my War Thunder video. I may sound like a little squeaker, but hear me out. Here's what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is, let's say, patience. Right? And War Thunder, especially in this P51 I'm flying, patience is everything. If you do not have patience, you do not have it in the bag. Right? Doesn't matter how good your aim is, how long you've been playing this game, if you're not patient in this plane, you're not getting anywhere. And that goes for life too. If you're not patient with the things that happen, you're not gonna get anywhere. I've been reading this book, The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. I recommend you guys to read it. There was this section on patience, and it was a story of a Chinese man and his assistant. They were carrying a lot of cargo, and they had to get into this village on an island before nightfall, or else the gates would close and they would be locked out for the rest of the night. And bandits like to stray around the village at nighttime, so they might be in a bit of a danger. So they hopped on a boat from wherever they were living to go to that island. As they were nearing the harbor of the island, they were talking to the driver of the boat, if you will. They said, "Sir, we are running against time. Do you think we can get into that village before nightfall?" And he looked at them and he said, "If you walk slowly." So they reach the harbor, the two get off the boat, and they start walking towards the village. They're walking slowly, like the man said, but it starts getting darker and darker. So they start walking faster and faster. And they're walking so fast that they can't hold their own weight, and everything they're carrying falls. They have to pick it back up, and they keep going, because by then, once they picked everything back up, they've wasted so much time that it's even darker than it was before. So they start sprinting. They drop everything again. They try picking it up, and then they keep going towards the village, but they don't make it. The gates closed and they're stuck outside. Here's the thing. They didn't heed the man's warning. They thought that, "Oh, what? Walk slowly? We're on a time limit. We can't go slowly. That man must be crazy." They just went with the flow, so to speak. Right? But had they walked slowly, they would have gotten into the village not only with time to spare, but with everything on their backs. Nothing lost. Right? Some rando joined my party. So sorry. Where was I? But that's the thing. In life, too. You have to be patient. Things will eventually come to you if you play your cards right. You see, I have a broken toe. I use crutches. It was rainy a couple days ago. This isn't like the biggest example, but this is a small example that showcases what you could do in bigger situations. I was getting off my bus. I was gonna, my grandmother was gonna pick me up from the bus stop. And I remembered that story I had just told you guys about walking slowly. Not just, patience isn't all about walking slowly, but you guys get what I mean. Just, I remember about being patient. So I got off the bus and I was like, if I tried to rush getting into that car because it's raining, I would probably slip, hurt myself, maybe even a crutch will fall out of my hands. I might fall, break something else. So, I took it slowly, gently, not too slowly, never be too patient, but I was patient. I took it slowly. I acted like it wasn't raining because I knew eventually I was going to get into that car. There was nothing to rush for. So, I just went slowly. I didn't even get that wet in. I got into the car with time to spare. I opened the door, put all my stuff in, patiently, slowly, gently, no rushing. And I got into the car faster and drier than I would have had I attempted to rush to get in the car. So that's just the thing. Be patient in your lives, because things will eventually come to you. But never be too patient, or else you'll miss the chance to seize your opportunity. So, getting back into the gameplay, here I am, diving on a key 61. I miss all my shots because I'm a bot. And about that climbing pattern I did, for the veterans, you might think I was stupid for climbing straight to the Japanese team. But the P51, when you're climbing at 200 kilometers an hour, it can outclimb most Japanese planes, or be on an equal climbing rate with them. So I just climbed straight into them, and as soon as I encountered a threat, I would turn off to the side, let my teams take the blunt of the force. But here I am diving back on the key 61, missing my shots. And where was I? And because I did that, I climbed like that, I put myself in a position where I ended up being over the entire enemy team besides that Focke-Wulf. But you'll see later, he's not going to be a problem. So I put myself in a really good position, letting my teammates take the blunt of the strike, dodging the first engagement so I can set myself up to just, you know, be a support plane, boom and zoom, work my way down from the highest enemy to the lowest enemy. And there, I got a nice crit on the key 61, damages of tail, no tail control or anything, but he's gonna eventually go down somehow, because I mean he's able to pull out of that dive, or maybe not, I don't know what happened. I was too focused on the Focke-Wulf. So yeah, the Focke-Wulf dove on me from a high altitude. You see here, I'm just trying to extend away in a straight line. I thought I could equalize the energy states, but after a while, he keeps closing in on me. Thought I see he's trying to catch up to me. Get that kill on the key 61. I do a split S, and then I quickly roll to the opposite side to throw off his aim. Then I roll in front of him and roll under him while lowering throttle, make him overshoot. I see he just goes back into a climb, so I just split S towards the rest of the enemy team, knowing that I can gain enough distance between me and him that by the time I'm attacking his team, he's gonna be about 2 clicks off my 6. So I dive on the enemy team, having a bit of rudder lock here, trying to go for the A7M, not really competent about my aim, so I didn't fire too soon, but I ended up missing my chance. Remember, never be too patient, boys. Could have had a kill right there, but no worries. I know I'll be able to get it later on. P51 has really good speed on the deck, and I'm seeing that Focke-Wulf. I'm seeing he's not coming for me, and that A6M5 turned off of me. So I just loop right back around, put that speed into altitude, put that altitude into speed, go back into a dive, fire at the Focke-Wulf, miss my shots, try and roll out of the way. We end up rolling in the same direction, so I go the opposite way. A7M2. Missed my shots again, a bit of rubbish aim. But I know that because I went in a straight line and didn't maneuver, they're not going to catch me, so I keep going straight, take some shots at the A6 and 5, miss again. But no worries, I'm going 600 kph on the deck. I know none of these guys are going to be able to catch me. I know there's a friendly P51 coming to help in the area, is right there. So I'm just gonna keep dragging him until that P51 can shake them off my 6. Then I'll turn around and get him. See that J2M in the airfield? I know he's probably gonna repair soon, so I'm not gonna strafe him just yet, because I don't want to waste ammo on a dead guy. But I see the P51 sort of made them turn off, but they're not giving up just yet. So instead of turning around, I just go into a steep climb, convert that speed I got into altitude. Rocket shipping up towards 1500 meters. I see the P51 goes for them again, gets them to turn off. Gets a good fire on the Focke-Wulf right there. Good hits by the P51. And A7M is... the plan here is to strike the A7M, then turn onto the A6M5. A7M goes at a weird angle, not really going to shoot. See the A6M5? I'm going to line it up here. Go for the Focke-Wulf first. Sort of a kill steal, but he was on fire for a long time. Thought he was going to put it out. A6M5 just gives himself puts himself in a horrible position. Beautiful position for me, however. Full deflection shot, stalling 0. Couldn't have been better, really. Turn back around for the A7M. Don't know what happened to the P51. Pretty sure he long darted, trying to kill the A7M. I'm gonna get this A7 off the 6 of the peanut butter 4Y. Closing in. Lining up the shot. I open fire. Get a fire. He immediately puts it out though. That really confused me right there. Thought he would have burnt up. But I put some more 50s into him. He looked real slow and damaged. I don't think he's pulling out of that. But I turn around because it just looks like he might pull out of it. But he does end up crashing right about here. Okay, don't crash then. Well, he does end up crashing though. Yeah, right there. So I'm just, at this point, I see there are no enemies in the area. I see a dot over there by the carriers. He's pretty far, and I know he just took off, so I'm not worried about him. So I'm just hovering around this, I'm gonna hover around this airfield, wait for the J2M to respawn. That was the plan, because I knew he was probably getting repaired. I mean, why else wouldn't he have left the match? And there it is right there, he gets repaired. So I extend away a little bit, so when I loop under, I can get a long shot, just fly across the runway, have a long time on target. Here we go. He rushes the takeoff. He's real slow, real low. Missed a couple shots, but I ended up catching him on fire. Bullets converge on his plane. He goes into the dirt. And my teammate, the P51 that long darted, tells me there's one by the carriers. I tell him, I know. The PB4Y I tried saving. He ended up crashing. Got my ace now, so I'm looking for that 6 kill. Trying to make this a good match. And now we're just waiting, closing the distance on this. I think it was a B5N. Nope, B7A2. I don't know what a B5N is. My bad. Here we go. My plan here is to just rope-a-dope a little bit, because I know he just took off not too long ago. He's not that fast. He had no altitude. So I bait him into turning, go into a spiral climb type maneuver, lower the throttle a little bit here and there to try and cool off the engines. B7A2, knew he was slow, didn't know he was that slow, so I end up chopping my throttle, putting down landing flaps. Didn't think I was going to get a shot here, so I go full whip. I rushed it, and I end up missing the shot, or missing my chance, but no worries. I just loop up and back down, because I know he has no speed, but he's toxic and doesn't want to give me my 6 kill that I earned, and crashes into the ground. And that's the end of that match. I got 5 kills. And yeah, just 5 kills. Easy energy trap. Yeah. Well, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Peace.